Thank you very much, Mr. Victor, for that introduction. And I would like to say a warm welcome to everyone on the call. Thank you for taking our time to be here today. And so we'll be going into the conversations for this evening. And to start with, we'll be having Runcie C.W. Chidebe. He's a psychologist, patient advocate, and the executive director of Project Pink Blue. He pioneered Nigeria's first patient navigation program in 2015, founded the Abuja Breast Cancer Support Group in 2017, and Network of People Impacted by Cancer in Nigeria in 2019. He's a strong voice for cancer patients and champions equity and access to oncology clinical trials in Africa. Runcie is a member of the WHO's International Clinical Trials Registry Platform and contributed to Spirit and Consort 2025 guidelines. With over 30 awards, he has been recognized globally, including the US Secretary of State Antony Blinken in 2022 for his cancer control works. Please join me in welcoming Runcie C.W. Chidebe for the first session.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. I just want to thank Nigerian Cancer Society for inviting me to this very important meeting. And first of all, I just want to also say that I really want to thank everyone who have made out time to join, because Saturday is such an important day for everyone. And you all left whatever you're doing to join this meeting. So thank you so much. If I will appeal, please, can you just take a few minutes just to respond to this question here? You can just click on the chat and I just drop the link here. You can just click on this link and just respond to just one word. I just need one word. Just help me just put in one word to what you think is the biggest challenge in cancer care and treatment in Nigeria. I just want to hear from every one of you. So please, if you can do that, that would be useful. If you are not able to, use the link, you can use the chat box. But if you're able to use this link, that would be very, very useful. Yeah. Okay. So my job today, it's not really to tell you all something you don't know, but typically it's really for us to just have a conversation on these very important issues in Nigerians' cancer control. The title of my talk today is just going to be the lifeline of cancer care and treatment. I'm sharing the experiences of Project Pink Blue, and looking forward to get your feedback and support as well. Just for people who don't know what Project Pink Blue is or who we are, we're just a cancer nonprofit based in Nigeria. We're engaged in cancer awareness, fundraising, oncology education, palliative care, psychological support. We've led so many advocacy across the country. I remember as far as 2016, we led the advocacy about the establishment of the National Agency for Cancer Control with Honorable Mohamed Usman. And the same year, we also led advocacy for the establishment of National Institute for Cancer Research and Treatment with Honorable Mao Huabunwa. And we're very happy that this law was signed in 2017 by President, and now it has become reality. Today we have NICRAT existing, and we're very excited about those efforts. Project Pink Blue, we're also involved in oncology education. We usually bring 2 Americans from the US every 2 years to come to Nigeria to provide training in different areas. We're also involved in patient navigation. We've done a number of work around patient navigation and have continued to deepen our effort in patient navigation. Recently also set up the Psychological Support Center, the first of its kind in Abuja, that is providing psychological support and mental health support to cancer patients in Abuja in specific. We've published a number of data because we believe that evidence and data is actually what can also support in cancer control in Nigeria. We have a bunch of work that we have really done in the area of cancer control. Yeah, and in the area of cancer control, in Nigeria. Yeah, and this is just also one of the work that we did in relation to Spirit and Consort around clinical trials and all the rest of it. Okay, so I think I can now move into our conversation for today. I don't know if people have been able to fill in some response to the survey that I responded. Okay, I can see from the charts, I can see people are already sending funding, finance, costs, funding, recurrence. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I can see funding again, funding. Okay. Yeah, so great. Thank you so much for participating. I can see on the pool, some people are also still putting on the pool, but we don't have a lot of responses on the pool. So I'll just use what we have here to kick off. So when NCS contacted me, what they asked me to do was to really sort of share the experiences of what we are doing at Project Pink Blue. And to me, I can actually tell you, just as many of you have agreed, that funding is a big issue, cost, financial toxicity. So I really see funding for me as the lifeline of cancer care and treatment, not just in Nigeria, but in any country. And at Project Pink Blue, since we understood that this is really the lifeline of cancer care, we have used many strategies to see how we can raise money. One strategy we've used is really event-related strategy, and we call this Show Love, where we partner with different organizations and are able to raise funds to support cancer patients. Another strategy that we've used is the crowd fundraising strategy. And we've run so many campaigns, Save Oyayi, Save Juliana Igagu, Save Chidinma, so many save that we've done on social media. And we use many platforms, Indiegogo, GoFundMe, Donate NG, and even direct pay to either the patient account or probably even paying to Project Pink Blue's account, and then we support the patient directly. But I will just share quickly, I know we don't have a lot of time, but I'll share quickly about a very powerful story of Comfort Oyayi. And why I believe this story is very important is because this is actually one of the first crowd fundraising that we did at Project Pink Blue several years ago. And when we started this fundraising, we realized, you can see here, that we had to take a very bold statement to actually show who Comfort is. But the biggest problem in crowd fundraising, and I think this is more peculiar with Nigeria, is that in Nigeria, we haven't been able to understand that people who have cancer can still walk around, can still go to work, can still live their normal life, can still be president, can still be senator, can still do anything. Many of us don't even know that we had so many senators who are cancer survivors. In fact, one of our biggest supporters, Senator Musa, is actually a prostate cancer survivor. And he make it public, but many people don't even know in the country. So when people hear you want to raise funds for cancer survivors, what usually comes to mind is, this person is too healthy. This person can't be living with cancer. So that's the construction is solely needed. And in that case, people will not really support any funds or will not raise the money if they see this person is looking healthy, except if the person is like looking as if he's about to die. And we at Project Pink Blue have refused to change the story of a patient because you want to raise money for them. And you can see from the first page, zero money was raised. You can see when we started bringing in the real life story of the patient and having them to cry, some money started trickling. You can see $350 was now raised. However, when we begin to really introduce other perspective to the fundraising, like using our friend, we don't have time, I would have played this video, but this is a video of my friend and I actually creating awareness and asking people to donate. When we begin to bring other people involved, engaging other people, money begin to come in. We don't have time, I'll just play just 1 second of it.
Oyayi is a happy person. Oyayi is a Oyayi loves friends.
Oyayi lost her confidence and dignity to breast cancer.
Oyayi needs $35,966 for her chemotherapy treatment in Nigeria.
And this is when the money started trickling. And in just a few months, we raised over 5 million naira. And this lady began to smile again. We had to fly her from Abuja. If some of you will remember, I'm talking about 2016, 2017. Those are the days where we had only 2 radiotherapy machines working. The one in Lagos and not even in Lut, that was in Eko Hospital and Sokoto. These are the only 2 machines that were working. National Hospital works sometimes, and then sometimes it's now we have to fly her to Lagos for her to receive her radiotherapy. But the interesting thing was that we raised the money and we supported her. If you want to learn more about her story, I would recommend you just go to our YouTube page and watch this full documentary that we produced about Comfort Oyayi. And we have also used other approaches. And just feel free, if you have any question, put it in the chat box. I'm going to be a little bit fast because I was given just 10 minutes. So yeah, I'm just going to be a little bit fast. I can't deal with all the slides. I'm just going to show as much as I can. Other strategy is what we call create your own event. Since we learned that if you want to raise money for cancer patients, the best thing is to use yourself, use the images. People are able to donate when they understand, when they see the reality, because trust is a very serious issue in our country. So on my birthday, we started this strategy in 2019 to use birthdays to raise funds. So we started this in 2019, and the first 2019 we did it, we raised almost $2,000 in 2 days. Next year, that's 2020, we did the same strategy. Out of our £7,000 goal, we raised £1,500 on the GoFundMe page, and we raised another 20,000 euros separately from this on my birthday. Note this, on my birthday, not even any patient's birthday, not even any, on my own birthday. Don't forget, Runcie is not a billionaire. I don't have any money. I don't even, like, I'm just as, you know, whatever you can think about it, I'm just that normal young man who is just still living his life. I don't even, you know, but to have raised that kind of money on my birthday, that is to tell you that if you want to raise money, there is a need to put a face to who the money want to be raised for. You want to raise money for a patient and you post it all out there. People want to donate, but they don't know who this patient is. But if you can risk putting your own self in the picture, people are more likely to donate to you because they're doing it for Runcie at that time. You're not doing it only for that patient, but also for that person. Just imagine every one of us here, the day you are celebrating your birthday, you're able to raise just with only $1,000 or just 1 million naira, only just you on your birthday, nothing more, only on your birthday. Since then, we've been using this strategy, and almost every year we raise almost 2 million every year on my birthday for cancer patients. We've also used get-together corporate events from different people, monthly donations from different people. Unfortunately, the economy is so bad now. We used to get monthly donation from different people. We don't even know who they are. In fact, we've tried to reach to the bank to see if the bank can help give us access to those information so we can send them a thank you note. The bank refused and we could not. But we've been receiving money every single month from these people. Unfortunately, since 2023, monthly fundraising have been so down. People hardly donate anymore, and we've tried to reach out a number of times, but it's still very, very down. Unfortunately, when these things are happening, who are the people who bear the brunt? The patient. I just put up this slide because Dr. Tene also asked me to talk about the challenges in cancer control. I know we're running out of time, so I'm just going to summarize it. Number one is typically we get at least 5 emails every week from cancer patients and their family asking for money. We don't know how we're going to get the money, but we're trying our best. I think number two is dehumanization of cancer and cancer patients need to be replaced with rehumanization. You know, in our mindset, sometimes people really think, oh, once you have cancer, it's dead, so they don't believe that the person is still going to be a human. Poor philanthropy. We have a very poor philanthropy in Nigeria. Absence for incentive for philanthropic activities. So if I give a nonprofit 50,000 naira, what do I get in return? The principle of life today is that people are giving everything in return. Most of us are on this webinar today not because you like Runcie. Most of us are on this webinar not because you necessarily like the topic that is being discussed, but also not because you're going to learn anything new, but because you are associated to this body, Nigerian Cancer Society, that you think you have to be here. So that is what you are giving to get something in return. Because anything I'm going to say here, most of you already know it. So there is absence of what people get when they give for nonprofit or when they give to a patient. People donate money and they don't get incentive, but that's not the case in other part of the world. You get tax, you get tax return, tax benefit when you donate in other countries. In 2020, I did a paper arguing that we need to, in Nigeria, to implement a strategy, a policy, where when people donate, whether as a nonprofit or as an individual, they get something in return. But we don't know when that's going to happen. I hope that we all in this meeting can pick up this idea and galvanize action to see how we can activate CAC, activate Federal Inland Revenue to set up a policy that can help increase philanthropy. Number 5 is that place in global finance infrastructure.
Hello,
I'm sorry,
Mr.
this is the last point. I'm sorry, this is the last
perfect.
point.
Okay, please.
As we speak today, many patients are struggling with raising money. Unfortunately, this place of Nigeria global infrastructure is so poor that people cannot create GoFundMe. Nigerians cannot create GoFundMe in Nigeria. And that's one of the most respected and trusted platform in fundraising. So please join us. Is your birthday coming up? Let's raise money for cancer patients. Let us know at Project Pink Blue. We can support you, can give you all the necessary tools you need and help us to raise funds for cancer patients. I'll stop here. Thank you very much.